What should you purchase, a condo or a single family home? That answer is going to vary depending on what your priorities are. So in this video here, I'm going to be breaking down the good, the bad, and the ugly of both of them so that you know which property type is the best for you so you can avoid all those frustrations and headaches and worries that you've purchased the wrong type. So before we dive into the pros and cons of each of these, let's take a step back to make sure that you understand exactly what a condominium is and what a single family is, as a condominium is not as simple as it might seem. So when you hear condominiums, you probably are thinking about those high-rise buildings you see in any downtown city like downtown Toronto. And you'd be absolutely correct that that is one type of condo, but that's not the only type of condo. I bet you didn't know that townhomes could also be a condo, and even for that matter, some single family homes. What a condo is where you own a part of the property like a unit in either a high-rise building or a townhouse, but you also own a share in some common elements like those lobbies or any amenities like a pool and gym that happen to be associated with that condominium building. So while yes, the majority of condominiums you're gonna find are in those high-rise buildings, it is something to keep in mind that you don't necessarily need to be buying in a high-rise building to be buying a condominium. You could easily buy a townhouse. Now, a single family home is a lot more simpler than the condominium, and it's exactly what you're thinking of, those suburban homes with a lot and a house on top of it. That's exactly what a single family home is. So if you're new here, my name is Matthew. I'm a realtor in the GTA, and this is my channel where I share everything I've learned and my experience with you with anything that has to do with real estate, finance, or personal development, helping empower you to make the best decisions possible. So if you're interested in that, make sure to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell to not miss out on any one of my future videos. Now, the most important aspect when you're deciding which property type is best for you is to first understand the desired lifestyle you want to get. Because at the end of the day, when you're purchasing a single family home or a condominium, you're purchasing that property to increase the quality of your life. So understand exactly what your desired lifestyle is first, and then go through the pros and cons and see how each of those pros and cons aligns with your desired lifestyle. All right, so let's just jump into it and talk about condominiums and some pros that are associated with it. Now, the first pro to a condominium is there's way less maintenance, as when you purchase and live in a condominium, a lot of the things that you would have to do on a daily basis or at least on an annual basis are taken care of by the condominium manager and the condominium board. So when you're living in a condominium, you don't need to worry about shoveling any snow or cutting any grass or fixing up any shingles, as the condominium board takes into consideration these things and ensures it has adequate funds in order to carry out these repairs or these routine maintenances. Now, the second pro has to be the location, as when you purchase a condominium, you're going to be a lot closer usually to the downtown core and all the amenities it has to offer, like public transportation, any shopping centers, restaurants, and employment for that matter. So if you enjoy that lifestyle of not being in your condo that much, but going out and experiencing the city on a daily basis, a condominium may be best for you. The third pro associated with condominiums is it's a cheaper lifestyle overall, as when you purchase a condominium, since it is a lower square footage, it is more affordable for people to get in and purchase a condominium, but also the monthly cost, like utilities, is also reduced. As when you purchase a single family home, the cost to keep that house heated is a lot more money, as you're going to have all four walls on the outside that need to be insulated. Whereas with a condominium, you're going to be sharing walls with other units that are also paying to heat their units. And as a result, your monthly utilities will also be less. And for that matter, insurance will also be less, as you're only insuring your one unit rather than an entire building. So those are the three major pros associated with condominiums. So what are some negatives or reasons why you necessarily wouldn't want to purchase a condominium? The first con being is it's more noisy and a lack of privacy, as well, yes, you do get that benefit of lower utilities by sharing walls, you're going to be sharing walls with other people, and your typical units are also a lot closer together, reducing the amount of privacy you have for yourself. So if you enjoy peace and quiet and don't want to hear construction on other units or hear your neighbors watching a TV late at night, a condominium may not be the best fit for you. The second major con when you're living in a condominium happens to do with the condominium rules. And while it's great for the overall collective unit, so you don't have a noisy neighbor at 2 a.m., it offers less flexibility for you, not only with those general bylaws of noise bylaws, but also anything that you wanted to do to maybe customize your unit. As if you had a single family residence and you wanted to tear down a wall or do a major renovation, you really don't have to think much of it. You can kind of just go ahead and find the contractors and get that work done. However, when you live in a condominium, you're going to have a lot more red tape and you're going to have to get it approved by the condominium board, which could easily nix your complete renovations or alter them in a way that you may not want to. Now, this doesn't relate to just renovations, but also could act on your daily use of the condominium, as some condominiums won't allow pets. Some condominiums won't allow you to have lights or a barbecue on the balcony that are exclusive elements. So there's a lot less freedom with a condominium as compared to a single family home. Now, the third and probably the biggest con associated with condominiums happens to be the condo fees, as while yes, it does offer you a less maintenance-free lifestyle, it comes at a price tag, and that price tag is those condominium fees. So typically in the GTA, what you'll find is condominium fees ranging between $400 and $700. And the reason why this is it depends based on the amenities that condo has to offer and how old that building is overall are really the two main factors making up those condo fees. And while yes, those condo fees are only at one price point now, what you can expect is as the years go on, that condo fee is only going to continue to increase. And that's just because more things pop up, things get more expensive to maintain and repair. So while that monthly fee is the main fee associated with the condominium fees, there's also a special assessment fee that could come up if the board of directors and the property managers haven't been managing the property or the condominium effectively. As if a massive problem arises or a lot of repairs go left untreated and it causes bigger damages, what could end up happening is a special assessment. And this is where the board of directors goes to all the units and goes, hey guys, we need X amount of money, so let's say $500 to fix this repair in the parking garage, and we need all the units to pay for this. This is an unexpected expense that could pop up and get slapped down the road. So that's why it's important when you are checking a condominium or looking to purchase a condominium that you know a realtor that works to your best interest, so they can look into the status certificate and see the financial health of that condominium board and ensure that they're having a healthy operation, so it reduces the chances of a special assessment like this. And one final negative thing associated with condominium fees is it actually hurts your purchasing power and your ability to purchase that condo in the first place, as you will need a higher income to purchase a condominium than you would if you were to purchase a home at that same value. So those are the major pros and cons for a condominium. Now, what about a single family residence? So let's start with the pros. The very first pro associated with a home is that you have the freedom and flexibility to choose what you want with the land, as you are the sole owner of that land and you can choose what you want or what renovations you want to do to customize it to your liking to the best of your ability, as long as the city permits it. Now, the second pro associated with a home is that there's more privacy than a condominium, as you have more distance between your neighbors, and because of that flexibility and freedom, you can choose ways to increase your privacy, like a fence or certain landscaping. And the final big pro is that there's no condo fees associated with owning a single family home. Now, this isn't to say that those condo fees that you're paying for, you're not going to have monthly expenses that are similar to those condo fees, as at the end of the day, those condo fees are all about repairing and maintenance of the property. But instead, what you have the ability to do is now have that flexibility and freedom to decide, hey, how much do I want my monthly fees to be? What do I want to put those monthly fees towards to repair or to keep up and maintain? And the great part is typically your monthly fees associated with a single family home will be less than a condominium, as you can also put in some sweat equity rather than just money to upkeep the property. So rather than you having to go out and pay for a landscaping company to take care of your garden and your lawn, you can do that yourself, saving you a bit of money. So of course, not everything is picture perfect and rainbows and unicorns with single family homes, and there's definitely some cons associated with them. And the very first one, and probably the biggest one you see around the GTA, is the affordability of single family homes, as these could easily be 50, 60, and sometimes 70% more money to purchase a single family home in the same area as that condominium. Now, of course, this does depend a lot on your location, as with a single family home, you're able to move out more to the suburbs away from the downtown core where it is slightly cheaper. But even then, you'll find the homes being more expensive than a condominium. Now, the second negative thing associated with a single family home is the responsibility, because at the end of the day, you don't have anyone to manage the maintenance or manage the repairs or keep the budget on your home, as at the end of the day, you're the sole owner, the sole operator of that place. So it's up to you to shoulder that responsibility to make sure that you have all the repairs done and make sure it's maintained well so that you keep preserving that asset and it gains appreciation over time. So you need to be smart and budget accordingly. And a great rule of thumb is to put aside 1% of your property's value every year for long-term repairs and maintenance. So you may not need a brand new roof today. However, a brand new roof could easily cost you $15,000, $20,000, $25,000 depending on the size, the pitch, and other factors. And you don't want to be slapped with that $20,000 bill when that roof is due. So instead, make sure that you're putting small amounts of money away each month so that when those bigger expenses come up, you're prepared to take care of them so it doesn't cause any further problems or damage the home in any other ways when you leave something that's neglected because you've not budgeted the money correctly. With that said, this also opens the opportunity for you to better manage your money and those maintenances compared to the condominium corporation as a whole, as the condominium corporation is going to do what's best for all the units in the building rather than your own individual unit. So not only can you tailor those expenses, those repairs, that maintenance to what you exactly want, but as well, instead of just giving your money over to the condominium corporation every single month and not seeing or collecting any interest on it, when you're putting that money aside for yourself, you can invest that smartly if you understand the time frames and capitalize on some interest while you hold that money in a safe account or a safe investment vehicle. And the third major con associated with single family homes is that you're further away from the downtown core. So you don't get to capitalize on that lifestyle of going out and enjoying the city at your doorstep, and you can't capitalize as much, or you at least have to commute towards to see any of those benefits of those brand new shopping centers or those up and coming restaurants. And typically you'll find that your commute is typically longer when you're living further away from the downtown core. And you'll have to rely more on a car rather than your feet and public transportation when you're living in a suburban environment. So now you know the pros and cons of a single family home as well as a condominium. So which one are you going to purchase? And like we said at the beginning, that really is going to vary on your own personal preference. Do you enjoy that lifestyle that the condominium offers you of less maintenance, enjoying that downtown core features and all the amenities? Or do you prefer that single family home where you get more privacy and more autonomy to do what you would like? Comment below which one you think is best fit for you. So if you have any other questions about these two types of properties or want help from a realtor to ensure that you're making a smart decision in buying a condo or a single family home in the GTA, send me a message. You can either find my email in the description or shoot me a message on Instagram. I'd be happy to help you out. Now, if you gain a little bit of value and better understand the pros and cons associated with both condominiums and single family homes, make sure to smash the like like button. I'd truly appreciate it. And if you're interested in learning more about real estate investing and personal development, make sure to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss out on any one of my future videos. And one video I'd highly recommend you check out if you're serious about purchasing a home is saving for a home in Canada. You can find the video here and would be the next video I would suggest for you to check out so you can best understand the financial requirements that come associated with purchasing a property. Other than that, I hope you have a great and successful week, and I'll talk to you next week.